Hello, I'm Annie Musu, certified EFT tapping master practitioner. I help women set empowered boundaries and enjoy healthy relationships. Welcome to my podcast, Hush Your Mind. On this show, I offer practical wisdom to help you speak your truth and come home to yourself so that you can gracefully create a life you love. Hello and welcome to episode number 78 of my podcast, Hush Your Mind, Empowered Boundaries for Soulful Relationships. You might have noticed the music sounds a little different today. I've updated the intro and outro to something that feels more aligned with where I am right now. Same podcast, just with a slightly softer sound. Let's dive in. If you've ever felt powerless, stuck, or like life is stacked against you, you're not alone. I remember standing in my kitchen after receiving a curt message from someone I cared about. My stomach knotted, my shoulders slumped, and a familiar thought crept in. Why does this always happen to me? The heaviness lingered as I replayed the story again and again. In that moment, I wasn't just hurt. I felt small, helpless, and at the mercy of others. That's the pull of the victim mindset. And here's the truth. Even though I help others with these patterns every day, I can still slip into this place too. Because the victim mentality is a deeply human tendency that can ebb and flow in all of our lives. The key is learning to notice it with curiosity and compassion, and then gently shifting toward empowerment. In this episode, I'll share what the victim mindset really is, why it's so hard to break, and 5 practical tips on how to stop being a victim. You'll also learn how to get out of victim mentality and start moving from powerlessness into a steadier, more empowered way of living. So, what is a victim mindset? The victim mindset is a way of seeing ourselves as powerless. When we're stuck here, life feels like it's happening to us, not for us. We blame other people or outside circumstances for our struggles, and in doing so, we give away our power. Blame may feel natural in the moment, but over time it keeps us small and prevents us from taking responsibility for our lives. Author Carolyn Mace calls this the victim archetype, one of the 4 survival archetypes we all share. If you're curious, I explore them in episode number 2, How the 4 Survival Archetypes Drive Our Relationships. We've all seen someone who constantly complains about how unfair life is. It's easier to recognize the victim mentality in others than in ourselves. But inside, it can show up subtly. Resentment building under the surface, hopeless thoughts looping in our mind, or a heavy inner voice whispering, "I can't do anything about it, so why try?" As uncomfortable as it feels, the victim mindset carries a hidden gift. Sometimes we need to face our feelings of powerlessness, grief, or anger to understand where we've been giving our power away. This painful process can awaken a deep desire for change. In this way, the victim archetype isn't just a trap, it's also a teacher. When we meet it with compassion instead of shame, it can guide us to reclaim our strength, take responsibility for our choices, and begin shifting from powerlessness into empowerment. So, why is it so hard to stop feeling like a victim? If shifting out of the victim mindset were easy, we'd all do it in a heartbeat. But there are good reasons why we get stuck here. Understanding them is the first step to loosening the grip. As Very Well Mind explains, the victim mindset often develops as a response to trauma or difficult life circumstances. This can make it feel familiar, even strangely safe to slip back into, even when it no longer serves us. Another reason is that taking responsibility can feel overwhelming. When we stop blaming others, we face the raw truth that change is in our hands. That's liberating, but also scary. Our nervous system may resist, pulling us back into old stories of helplessness. You can learn more about how our nervous system affects relationships in episode number 51. Why do I create drama in relationships? And finally, there's the comfort of sympathy. If we believe we're the victim, others may rally to support us. While there's nothing wrong with seeking care, staying in that role can keep us trapped in the same loops. The good news is that these patterns aren't permanent. With compassion and awareness, it's possible to notice when we're stuck and learn how to stop feeling like a victim. From there, we can start practicing small shifts that open the door to empowerment. Shifting out of the victim mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of noticing patterns, softening the inner critic, and gently choosing a new way forward. Here are 5 practical tips to help you stop being a victim and step into greater freedom. Tip number 1, be gentle with yourself. The moment you realize, oh no, I'm doing it again, I'm stuck in victim mentality, it's tempting to pile on more blame. But beating yourself up only deepens the cycle. Instead, try meeting yourself with kindness. Of course I slipped into this pattern. It's familiar, and now I can choose again. Self-compassion loosens the grip of shame. It makes room for healing. Tip number 2, take responsibility for your choices. Responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that happens. It means reclaiming your ability to choose how you respond. You can't control other people or every circumstance, but you can take ownership of your thoughts, boundaries, and well-being. This shift from blame to responsibility is where empowerment begins. Tip number 3, soothe before you respond. When something triggers the victim mindset, pause before reacting. Notice where tension sits in your body. A tight chest, a clenched jaw, a knot in your stomach. Offer comfort to the part of you that feels small or scared. Once soothed, you'll find more spaciousness inside and more choice in how you respond. Tip number 4, regulate your nervous system. The victim mindset may have once served as protection. That's why, even when you want to escape it, it can feel like a stranglehold. Healing begins when we create safety within ourselves. Practices like EFT tapping, slow breathing, gentle movement, or grounding exercises help calm your nervous system. When your body feels safe, your mind relaxes, and breaking free from old patterns becomes possible. This is one of the foundations of my Speak Your Truth program and Break Free from People-Pleasing course. If you'd like gentle, step-by-step guidance, these resources can help you calm your nervous system and feel more grounded in your power. Check out the links in the show notes. And finally, tip number 5, remember, it's only part of you. When you've lived in the victim mentality for years, it can feel like it defines who you are. The victim mindset is only one part of you, not the whole. Beyond it, you have intuition, resilience, and a higher self that longs to guide you. With time and practice, you can shift your identity from I am a victim to I sometimes fall into that pattern and I know how to find my way back. The real transformation comes when we begin shifting from the victim mindset into what I like to call the thriver mindset. Some people describe this as moving from victim to survivor mindset, but thriver resonates more with me. It's not just about surviving, it's about growing, reclaiming joy, and fully living. In the thriver mindset, you see yourself not as powerless, but as resilient and resourceful. Instead of asking, "What did I do to deserve this?" you start to ask, "What can I learn here? How can I take care of myself right now?" I still experience moments when the victim voice whispers in my ear, but now the thriver in me reminds me that I have choices, inner strength, and wisdom to draw on. That shift doesn't erase the hard feelings, but it does change how I react to them. Moving into the thriver mindset happens little by little. Each time you show yourself compassion, set a boundary, or pause before reacting, you build a new identity. Over time, those choices add up and you begin to feel more grounded and fully yourself. In conclusion, falling into the victim mindset doesn't mean you're broken or doomed. It's a universal human experience that comes and goes, often when life feels overwhelming. The key is noticing the pattern with compassion, soothing the parts of you that feel powerless, and practicing small shifts toward empowerment. Remember, the victim voice is only one part of you. It may feel consuming in the moment, but it doesn't define who you are. With time and gentle practice, you can lean into your intuition, access your inner wisdom, and move toward the thriver mindset, one where you feel more grounded, resilient, and free. If you'd like support on this journey, I'd love to help. You can explore episode number 2, How the 4 Survival Archetypes Drive Our Relationships. Book a free EFT tapping session/interview to experience this work firsthand. Download my free EFT meditation for people pleasing to calm your nervous system and reconnect with your power. Or dive deeper with my Speak Your Truth program or Break Free from People Pleasing course. Find all the links in the show notes. You're not alone in this. Each time you notice the victim mindset and choose compassion instead of blame, you reclaim a little more of your light. And that light is what allows all of us to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Hush Your Mind. I'm currently offering free EFT tapping sessions in exchange for a short interview. Book your free session at hushyourmind.com/interview. Also, join my newsletter and get a free EFT meditation for people pleasing. The links are in the show notes. May you have the courage to love and accept yourself. Be well and take care.